Tucked away inside you, at a scale you can't perceive, is a structure that acts like a sentient gatekeeper for your entire circulatory system. It's not in your brain or your heart. It's at the intersection of tiny blood vessels and tubes inside your kidneys. This microscopic checkpoint is called the juxtaglomerular apparatus, or JGA. It's less a single object and more of a highly specialized committee of cells, constantly monitoring the blood flowing into the kidney's filtering units. They are listening, feeling, and tasting your blood second by second, without any conscious input from you. So, how does a cell feel pressure? It's a question of pure mechanics. The wall of the blood vessel leading into the filter, the afferent arteriole, is lined with unique smooth muscle cells called granular cells. When your blood pressure is high, the vessel wall stretches. This physical stretching pulls on the membranes of the granular cells. Embedded in those membranes are specialized ion channels, like tiny pressure-sensitive gates. The stretching deforms them, preventing them from opening and trapping calcium inside the cell. Conversely, when your blood pressure drops, the vessel relaxes. The tension is released, and these mechanosensitive channels swing open, allowing ions to flood in. That influx of ions is the trigger. It's the cellular equivalent of a silent alarm. In response to low pressure and the resulting ion flow, the granular cells release a crucial enzyme they've been storing, renin. Think of it like microscopic packets of information being launched into the bloodstream. These cells are the only source of renin in the entire body. They hold on to it, waiting for that specific mechanical signal, the relaxation of the vessel wall, to deploy their chemical message. This isn't a guess, it's a direct physical response to a drop in force. But feeling pressure is only one part of the story. The JGA is also a chemist. A different group of specialized cells, the macula densa, sits on the wall of the kidney tubule right next to the granular cells. These cells act like taste buds for the fluid that has just been filtered. They are specifically tasting for salt or sodium chloride. If the flow is fast and blood pressure is high, a lot of salt zips past them. If flow is slow because pressure is low, the body has more time to reabsorb salt upstream, so the macula densa tastes very little. When they detect low salt, they send a chemical signal, prostaglandins, directly to their neighbors, the granular cells, telling them pressure is low, release the renin. There's even a third layer of control. Your nervous system has a direct line to this entire apparatus. During a fight-or-flight response, when you're stressed or exercising, your sympathetic nervous system activates. Nerves terminate directly on the granular cells. They release norepinephrine, which binds to beta-1 adrenergic receptors on the cells, the same type of receptor found in your heart. This is a direct override, an order from headquarters. It tells the granular cells to release renin, regardless of the local pressure or salt readings, preparing your body for action by proactively increasing blood pressure. Once renin is in the bloodstream, it begins a chain reaction. Renin itself doesn't raise blood pressure. It's a catalyst, a master key. Its only job is to find a large protein produced by the liver called angiotensinogen, which is always just floating around passively in your blood. Renin cleaves off a piece of this protein, converting it into a much smaller, still inactive peptide called angiotensin 1. This is the first domino falling in what is known as the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, or RAS. A system so powerful it governs the fluid dynamics of your entire body. Angiotensin 1 now travels through your veins, but it can't do anything yet. The final activation step happens somewhere you might not expect, your lungs. The inner surfaces of the capillaries in your lungs are coated with another enzyme, angiotensin converting enzyme, or ACE. As blood carrying angiotensin 1 flows through the lungs to pick up oxygen, it makes intimate contact with this enzyme. ACE cleaves angiotensin 1 one more time, transforming it into its final, powerfully active form, angiotensin 2. Every breath you take is part of your blood pressure regulation system. Angiotensin 2 is the system's enforcer. It immediately gets to work in several ways. First, it's a potent vasoconstrictor. It binds to receptors on the smooth muscle cells of your arterioles all over your body, causing them to contract forcefully. This is like squeezing a garden hose. The pressure inside instantly goes up. Second, it travels to the adrenal glands, which sit right on top of your kidneys. There, it stimulates the release of another hormone, aldosterone. Aldosterone's job is to tell the kidneys to stop releasing salt into the urine and to reabsorb it back into the blood. And where salt goes, water follows, increasing your total blood volume. This entire elegant loop is a form of communication. The kidney speaks and the entire body listens. But the conversation with the heart is particularly important. Angiotensin 2 doesn't just constrict blood vessels, it also acts directly on the heart muscle itself. In the short term, it can increase the force of contraction. But when this system is chronically activated, perhaps due to disease, angiotensin 2 contributes to cardiac remodeling. It encourages heart muscle cells to grow larger and promotes fibrosis, a stiffening of the heart tissue. The kidney's constant cry for more pressure slowly, silently reshapes the very organ doing the pumping. It's a conversation written in cellular biology, a reminder that no organ is an island. Monotony has grown fast. Nearly 2,700 people have watched in the last few weeks, yet less than 0.03% are subscribed. It would mean a lot if you joined by hitting subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.